In this video I'll walk you through a full step-by-step guide on how to install an Android head unit in your BMW G30 or G31. We are going from the boring stock iDrive to a fully loaded Android system. You get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, the Play Store, and endless customization. And you keep all your factory functions as well. Plus, I'll share my best pro tips so your install is perfect the first time. Let's get started. The unit I'm installing today is from a brand called XTRONS. I reached out to them to team up for this video because I know they are one of the best when it comes to Android head units. And to my surprise, they said yes. I've been using their gear for years. Way back 10 years ago, I installed an XTRONS head unit to my BMW E92. And I was really happy with it. That's why I wanted to work with them. Honestly, even if they had said no, I'd probably still have bought their unit anyway. The unit comes in two parts. The first one is the main unit pack, which includes the head unit, all the necessary wiring and the user manual. The second is the mounting pack, which includes the installation manual and mounting bracket. Here you can really see the difference between the two screens. First, let's remove that side dashboard panel. It's held in place with 5 clips, and behind it there's a T20 screw that needs to come out. With that done, we can pull out the center dash trim. On the back there are 2 connectors, just unclip those. Next, take out the 2 T20 screws holding the screen in. If any of the metal clips come out with it, just snap them back into position. The screen itself only has one connector in the back. Press the top and gently wiggle it side to side while pulling it out. Now we'll move on to the radio and climate controls. The panel is secured with 2 swing hinges at the top and 4 metal clips. I like to use a trim removal tool wrapped with harness tape so I don't scratch anything. Reach down from behind and push outwards. If you are lucky, you won't break the small hooks. Once it's free, disconnect the 2 plugs on the back. Here are the clips up close. You push here to release them. Next, remove the 2 T20 screws holding the main unit. Before pulling it out, place something soft on the trim underneath so you don't scratch it. Then pull the unit straight out. On the back, you will see the main connector. To remove it, squeeze the sides and pull the locking tab upwards. Your car may also have fiber optic cables connected here. If it does, transfer them to the new harness in the exact same positions. Now let's open the wiring kit. Inside we got the main harness, 4G antenna, USB ports, external video and mic harness, a 3.5mm cable, GPS receiver, USB to 3.5mm adapter and a spare LVDS cable. That's everything included. For now, we only need the main harness. I won't be using this little speaker, so I'm going to unpin it to make the harness less bulky. It's simple, just pull back the tops and slide out the crimps. Don't forget to move your fiber optic cables if your car has them. Unlock the top, insert the connector, lock it back in place, and then connect the other end to your car's wiring loom. Tuck it into the opening for now and fit the Android head unit plug behind the dash so it comes out near the display plug. This plug is for an aftermarket reverse camera. If your car already has a camera, you won't need it. I installed my aftermarket camera wiring earlier, so I'll be using it. Just match yellow to yellow and red to red. Now place the main unit in temporary so we can run all the wires we'll need: USB, GPS and the 4G antenna. For a clean OEM look, I'm going to hide the GPS receiver and the 4G antenna inside the dashboard behind the instrument cluster. To get the cluster out, pop off the driver's side dash cover, remove the T20 screw, pull out the vent and clip the steering wheel surround trim. It's just held in by clips. Then remove the 4 T20 screws holding the cluster. Pull it forward from the bottom and disconnect the plug. Now feed the wires behind the dash and out the side. We'll tuck the GPS receiver and the 4G antenna inside the hollow space in the dash. The plastic here is thin enough so it won't interfere with the signal. Remove the speaker cover, feed the hookup wire through, wrap it around the plug and pull it through. Do this for both the GPS and the 4G antenna wires. Mount the GPS receiver with the black side facing upward. Push it in and do the same with the 4G antenna. Reinstall the cluster in reverse. Reconnect the plug, insert the top first, secure the 4 screws, put the vent back in, clip the steering wheel trim back on, screw in the side screw and refit the cover. Next, pull the wires out through a gap between the center vent ducts. Rub them together with tape. Leave about 5 inches free at the connector end and feed them through the hole where the display and the power harness are. Tuck the rest neatly between the ducts. Now let's route the USB ports into the glove box. Remove the footwell cover. It has 2 twist locks, a side clip and 1 connector for the light. My glove box already has a hole for the USBs, but some cars don't. If yours doesn't, decide if you even need them. The head unit already has 128GB of storage and a micro SD slot behind the screen to store your media files. If you want the USB ports, feed a hookup wire down by the vent ducts into the footwell. Then pull it through the glove box hole and hook up the USB connector. Finally feed it through to where the rest of the harness is. You should now have the display, power, GPS, 4G and USB cables all sticking out together. Grab the mounting bracket, make sure the dash speaker cover is back in. Feed the cables through the opening and then secure the bracket. Now we can connect everything to the new Android head unit. The 4G antenna connector needs an 8mm socket to tighten just snug. Don't over torque it. Slide the head unit in, but don't push it fully into place yet. Reconnect the battery and test. The screen should power up immediately. Test the iDrive controls, steering wheel buttons, radio audio. If you hold the menu button for 3 seconds, it switches to Android and back again. In my case, the audio didn't work right away. If that happens to you, check the USB input in your media screen. If it shows no USB device connected, you need to use the USB to 3.5mm adapter and extension cable to get the sound from the Android unit. Plug the extension into the side of the head unit harness. Connect it to the adapter and plug it into your car's USB port. You can also just tap the screen to switch to Android. Play a test song, adjust the volume with the steering wheel controls and check if the sound works. Before reassembling everything, test every feature: USBs, Wi-Fi, GPS, 4G and all speakers. Once everything is confirmed, disconnect the battery again and tidy up the wiring. For my reverse camera I used quick release connectors, but you can also twist and insulate the wires too. I also rubbed the unused 3.5mm jack so it doesn't touch anything. If your audio works without the USB dongle, you can skip the next part. But if you need it, run the audio cable under the center console. That means removing the armrest, center panel, the cup holders, and the console tray. Use the hookup wire and feed the audio cable through the side and underneath the center console. Drill a 9mm hole in the tray and feed the 3.5mm jack through. I also added a sleeve on the cable for protection and tape the connectors together to stop them vibrating loose. And then reassemble everything. Once that's done, take out the remaining wiring low and out of the way. I used the handle of a hammer to push the bulky connector deeper behind the dash. Screw in the main unit, position the main connector neatly, then reconnect the battery and check everything. If that's all working, disconnect the battery one last time and reassemble the interior. Secure the bracket and push the screen all the way in. Refit the radio and climate control panel. Connect the plugs, hook the top tabs and push the sides in. Reinstall the dash trim, side screw, side cover and footwell cover. Now connect the battery for the final time. The new Android unit gives you a ton of customization. I like to run mine in dark mode. Connect it to Wi-Fi or your phone's hotspot, log into the Play Store and update your apps. I installed YouTube and YouTube Music right away. The unit is super fast thanks to the 8GB of RAM and Octa-Core processor. You can even run split screen. Here I've got YouTube Music on one side and Google Maps on the other, running smoothly. The Sport display is also much more advanced than the stock one. You can even change the UI theme in the factory menu. The password is 1314. Then go to UI configuration. There are several pre-installed themes to choose from. After selecting one, hit OK, wait 10 seconds, then go to Profile Import and click Restart. All the themes are unique and beautifully designed. Try out some examples, experiment, and if you don't find something that matches your style, you can easily download hundreds more from the Play Store. Personally, I like the ID6 theme because it looks closer to OEM. You also get wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, which work perfectly. And yes, you can install YouTube and watch your favorite channels. Though, please don't do that while driving. In the first episode, we rescued this neglected wagon from the depths of depreciation. Overall, this upgrade makes the car feel way more modern than the stock system ever could. There's so much more you can do, and I've only shown you the basics in this video. If you want the same unit, check out the links in the description or scan the QR code on screen. If you don't have a BMW G30 or G31, you can find many other units for different makes and models on their website. Link in the description. XTRONS kindly gave us a 10% discount code. Project spelled with 0 VIP10. These are affiliate links, so I might get a small commission, which helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.